to a world famous barreling wave. Nias is attracted to this world best upcoming surfers from Australia and picture our cure.
I want to thank you guys for supporting me, and I love you guys. Have a good day.
Well, good morning everyone. We're back, believe it or not. This is day number 1 of the expression session and day number 8 of the contest. I'm sitting here with the champ, Ella McCaffrey. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
No worries. A bit of a special treat today. We haven't cleared the lineup even. We've just put all the ASC and WSL officials out there, and you see some local lads as well. They're going to do an hour-long expression session. We have the dignitaries here from the government. We want to thank, there we go, the government of Nias Selatan. We want to thank the POSI. How's the high budget? We want to thank the WSL. How good? But yeah, all the judges are out there too. So all the people who have been judging you, commentating on you, telling you to do what foot, they're out there now. So we can definitely have a bit of fun with this. I've explained the rules. A drop-in's a 10. Falling off tube avoidance is a fine of a couple of refreshments. Any seriousness will be, your deducted points.
I think leash pulling should be rewarded with a coconut.
100%. Yep, good addition. I like that.
Wow. 3 red jerseys. 4.
Yeah, surfer in red. I think one of them is Mark Clift. He always goes for the red. Thinks he's the highest seated surfer in every lineup. Should see him in Western Australia. My God. Paddles out with 30 people around, goes, yeah, I'd like to go straight to the front. Thanks very much. So eternally wearing the red rashie is Mark Clift. That's for sure.
I saw him in Lakey's before this event. I was there for 2 weeks.
Did he give you a wave?
I don't know if he did. I think maybe we split one, but he was definitely front and center at the peak. He got a lot of good waves.
Yeah, you bet. Now, if he gave you a wave, I was stand amazed. No, he's good. He's good. Right, here comes the Coast Guard coming along. They've been looking after our safety all week. Really, really strong presence here is the Coast Guard. Here's Trozza. This is your replay judge.
Okay.
Your priority judge. I'm sorry.
All right.
Priority, not Troy.
Was that Herbert paddling out?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that looks like him there. Ebbett. He's got a 20. It looks like. Bit of a fun morning here. We thought we would get in the QS 5000 champion in Ella McCaffrey. Have a bit of fun as we check out the Navy coming to keep us safe. Big old gun turret right at the front, so no dropping in or we're in trouble. Now, something that is new to you by only a couple of days is you're a QS 5000 champion. How are you feeling about that?
It's finally starting to settle in. I'm so stoked. This event was amazing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's one of the local lads. Ripping.
Nice.
Yep, starting to sink in. Yep, we don't have to call every wave. It's all right.
Yeah, it's finally starting to sink in. I'm so stoked to have won. We had incredible waves all week. I think maybe the best QS ever.
Everyone's been calling that. All the gossip magazines on the internet.
Yeah.
They have been calling that. This is Olive Hardy. Up, down. Look at this. Drop in 10, 12. That's 30. That's 40 points. I love it. That looks like go-go. Mark Clift dropping in on someone. That's his signature move, ladies and gentlemen. He's been practicing that for a good 30 years. Came here in 94, started dropping it on people, and it's carried on 30 years later.
Wow, that was sick. 5 people on a wave.
Nick, go. Pretty good. This looks like
Kai Angle.
Judge Kai Angle.
That was sick. That guy was definitely a presence in the free surfs.
This guy here
Yeah.
with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
Look at this. Airtime.
Oh,
No, drop in
another
time.
drop
That's
in.
awesome. How are the smiles, the board flick? Don't mess around here at Nias. The local lads don't like it.
Yeah, but super stoked to take the win.
Yeah.
We absolutely scored this week. 7 10s, right?
7 10s dropped, and it all started with Kobe Clements. Like, it was big and thumping, and you know, everyone was giving it a bit of a crack, and then Kobe Clements fell out of the lip line, absolutely stuck the landing, got funneled all the way through. And I've watched all the barrels. Now, some were more picturesque, some were, you know, more perfect, if you will. But that one really captured my imagination. He really had to, you know, buckle the knees on his landing and work his way through that tube. That was the first 10 dropped.
Yeah,
And
that drop
much
was
deserved
so
it.
gnarly.
And watching all the replays, and I still prefer that one. So well
Really?
done.
That was your favourite?
Yeah, that was my favourite, because, you know, no one had done it before. And it was really challenging that day.
Yeah.
The days after it was even more perfect. But when that swell started to build in, we didn't know how big it was going to get. We didn't know what the wind was going to do. We didn't know what how much of an effect the tide would have. That's the only thing we knew would happen, is that the tide would come in. Mm-hmm. Other than that, we had no idea. So it's not that often that you're in the lineup when the swell's building. Drop in. Oh, come on.
Oh,
Willow Hardy, you should have absolutely burnt him. That was Christoph.
I liked her 10. Hers
Yeah, that was a beauty.
Yep, that was amazing. Really cool to see the girls going for it backside. As someone who's trying to learn how to backside barrel ride, that was really impressive.
What tips have you been given? Backside barrel riding. Look at the door, not the stairs.
Actually, one thing I was surprised by is you don't like stick your arm in the wave. You sort of like stick your elbow and hand on the wave.
Little bit of finger painting,
Kind
if
of
you like.
always thought it was like you stick your hand.
You
in the
feel it.
wave.
Oh, if you want to slow down, you can put the pie in the oven. But yeah, just kind of feel it that way, and it seems to put the body in the right position.
Yep.
But getting back to that swell. Usually you go to bed, swell feels it overnight, and then you wake up and there's banging waves. It's not that often. It's such a cool thing to be part of when you're sitting in a lineup. Set comes in, a couple more sets come in, and the swell actually builds away sitting in the water. Super exciting, but that was a pretty serious big swell, and that's why the decision was made to break for an hour, see what happened, and then we sent the lads out there, and there were some nervous boys, I tell you. I mean, Jackie Thomas wasn't that nervous, but he's just telling me that he only had a 6.2. He wished he had something bigger, you know what I mean? So I think it was a really cool decision to send the lads out, and you got some banging conditions, didn't you, the women?
Yeah, we absolutely scored the next day. The swell stuck around. Oh, here's Willow.
Oh, yeah.
Nice top turn. Combo.
You like that. Willow Hardy getting serious. She'll be fined for that. Not much serious surfing going on out here. So, Willow Hardy,
reform?
you are straight down to the bottom of the leaderboard with all that good surfing going on. We want to see some drop-ins. We want to see people tripping over their own feet. It looks like
Whoa, how's this board? That's sick.
Direct from Chungu, I reckon. It'd be a mid-length twin fin, which is all the trend now. People are trending on it. And that's Hibbert from the Hash. Who is that? That looks like
that's Willow's
Gene Hardy.
dad, yeah.
He's got a rashie on. Well, the Hardy family's no stranger to the rashie, but I haven't seen Jeannie one for a while. There's Uncle Bunga. Bunga means flower in Indonesian, if you didn't know.
Oh, good to know.
And it's strange to see him on a wave by himself, but anyway.
Oh, how's the little
Chop
ollie?
Hop. Little chop up, that's a definite fine. So I hope Mark Cliff's brought his checkbook, because he's been fined a lot already. I'm keeping track of it. Yeah, what other highlights? I really like the rise of Oceana Rogers. Have you seen her surf before in a contest?
Actually, I hadn't.
No.
I hadn't really heard her name before this event. She was on the opposite side of the draw as me, obviously. We met up in the final.
Mm-hmm.
But she was posting big scores all event, and I was definitely keeping my eye on her for that side of the draw. Her and Sierra definitely stood out to me. Obviously, they made the semis. But yeah, I kind of just tried to focus on my side of the draw and what was going on there.
Yep.
But of the names on the other side, those two stood out.
Yeah, oh, look at this. Puck Hash is going out there in the green rash, if you don't mind it. Check him out. He's got like a 7 foot, it's a pretty old
like
board, but I think it's like a Dick Brewer or something. It's like a really famous shaper.
That's
All right,
looking
drop in.
pretty
That's
serious.
good to see. That is good. I think he called him on. Just didn't want it. Yeah, this will be great to see Puck Ash get out there. He's been watching the surfing all week, and his son's out there. Kevin's on the way to Afulu to check it out. Look, it's Finn's first takeoff. This is going to be epic. Look at this.
Oh.
Can he pull it? Of course he can't.
That
He
was
almost
gnarly.
did himself a mischief. Wicked. Loving it.
Nice.
Yeah, getting back to Oceania, I'd never seen a surf in the flesh either, and super impressed. Really a good backside attack. Growing up on the Goldie, being a goofy, you're going to have a good backhand, that's for sure.
Yeah, I bet
And
surfing snapper is a pretty good training wave for surfing here.
yeah, now I haven't seen Oceania go left, but goofies love going left, so I imagine it's a good show as well.
Was she in Cruy?
Don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. Yes, can't remember. I've been watching 250 Surfers a contest
Yeah,
for the last
true that.
3 weeks. Yeah, but it's been great fun. You didn't come to Cruy this year.
I didn't. I was in Lakey's. You guys got a good swell in Cruy. I was at Lakey's for that. Absolutely scored.
Yep.
Some really good waves. I felt like.
Oh,
it was
Mark
great.
Flint is out there. Sorry to interrupt.
All good.
One of the greats. He's been around Nias for a long, long time. Keeping his eye. He goes, what is going on? There's 3 people on every
This
wave.
is awesome.
There's locals. There's bullays.
I think a step
Go.
off would be an
Oh, a step off
That
would be
would-
epic. Chris?
instant win. If someone gets a step off in, that's an instant win. But yeah, I was in Lakey's.
Now we
with
might get Sonali to come sit here and help us out. Bisa courtesy bapa. And just tell us who the surfers are. That'd be great. All the local lads. Silakan duduk bapa.
It's okay.
Okay. Give it.
Perfect.
Oh, there goes Gene Hardy making his way across the stairway to heaven. That's what we've been calling it, the keyhole. It's a cool feeling walking out there when there's banging swell coming in, isn't it? You
Yeah.
don't have to.
Look
Look
at
at
the
how
legend
he's
already
taking the
paddling.
low road. He knows what to do. He goes, what are you doing, you stupid bulle? This is the way you do it.
Wow.
Look at the smile on his face.
How's good legend?
Yeah, Legends Heat. Watch these guys.
Wow.
It's going to part the seas when.
Looking for 10-second barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like Joy paddling. No waves, never mind.
No worries, yep. Yeah, I liked. Haven't seen Winter Vincent for a year since we first noticed him this time last year, and now he's grown into himself a little bit. He's cut all his hair off. He's from a wide-eyed grommet into an absolute cold-blooded killer. He's a real professional surfer now, so that was great to see the evolution of Winter Vincent. There goes Mark Cliff dropping in on someone again. Signature move, thank you very much. Still going all right, isn't he, old bloke?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
making it work. Doesn't even look back.
He's got
Just
this-
keeps going.
No,
Got
there's-
the blinders on.
No, look back, that's for sure. I didn't even know you were there, so I thought you were going left. Would have been the call.
Oh, we might get the step off here.
Might get the step off. Mark Flint making a
Right.
good run of it.
Right through the lineup.
Look at him calling
Taking
the shots.
deepest position.
That's so good.
Oh, I think we're going to get a step off.
This was Kersey's caddy. It was Mark
Oh,
Flint
sick.
when
Lucky caddy.
when Sierra was surfing and couldn't caddy for Josh. Mark was doing the duties.
Nice.
He's got a great property down the road, right on the waterline.
Back to what you were saying about
Yes.
Winter. He
Yes.
was absolutely ripping all event. There's a amateur series in the U.S. called the NSSA. He actually came over and did a season of that. Probably
Really?
like
Wow.
7 or 8 years ago. He's the same age as my brother, so they competed against each other. So I've heard his name before, but yeah, he's improved a lot and he's absolutely ripping.
Yeah, nice, good. Yeah, taking it, his path and his focus looks pretty set, doesn't it? He wants to get on the CT. He's made no bones about it. Oh, look at Alex, the contest director in green. He's not going to get that, surely.
Oh,
he is. He's got some big levers. He's going up. He's behind the section. That was horrible.
Palms over. You can call it as it is. That was horrible.
Honestly, we've just got one rule here, Ella, and that's don't swear. Well, we can kind of say what we want now. But, putting on a little bit of a show. We got the closing ceremony today at 3, where you're going to get your trophy. How cool.
Yes, very excited. I've been up there and got the second place trophy. Stoked to take.
Oh, ripping.
Ellie, out of Australia. I met her. We were both caddying in a heat.
Oh,
got
right
to know
on.
her.
Oh, look at Joy.
Bit.
There he is. This was another highlight, seeing that young man go through so many heats in the 5,000 and getting that big 10-point ride.
That was my favorite 10.
I think he lost that heat.
No, he made it.
He made it through, but he didn't win it. But when he did get knocked out a couple of heats later or a heat later, it's a long time ago now, I don't think he really minded because he got that 10, and the emotion that came out of him after he came out of the tube, but then he paddled back out into the lineup and chucking up the old hands, the gravel hands, splashing himself with water. You could see how much it meant to him, and he's such a lovable kid and such a ripping surfer, and that feeling, translated up here into the commentary booth. We're getting a little bit watery-eyed.
Someone went left. No
Excellent.
way.
That's 10 points. Here's Alex ripping it around.
Looking pretty
For those
serious.
at home, he's about 10 foot tall. So he looks pretty good. I reckon he's a great surfer.
Just needs a bigger wave. But
Yeah, so that was one of my favourite. Was Joy. His march through the draw.
yeah, he was absolutely ripping. I had the honor of caddying for him, so I was in the channel for that 10.
Yep.
I got to see it firsthand.
Oh,
It was-
righty, cool.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. He came out and all the other caddies were immediately like 10-point ride.
Yeah,
Everyone
nice,
knew
nice.
it was going to go 10.
It was a good feeling. That's something else I noticed. That super heat. I think it was Jarvis. It was.
Oh, with the goofy footers.
Yeah, it was like
Totally
it was
in
a
that,
final.
right?
It was
And
a final.
Josh?
Yeah, and it was a final. It was a super heat, and there was so much ripping.
Whoa,
Look at that.
That was sick.
Any of those guys could have won it. I think it was Jarvis, Jack Thomas, Marlon, I think. But anyway, after the heat had finished, they're all just shaking each other's hands and a big group hug. It's like, I can't believe we're part of that. I think Kais King was amongst it. But the feeling in the water, even if you got knocked out, was still so fever pitch. And everyone that came in was, I got eliminated, but I don't care. I got the best waves of my life. It was that sort of a thing,
Absolutely. There's definitely a bit of a connection for everyone being here, getting to surf these waves with 3 other people out or 1 other person out.
Yeah.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and we're all just stoked to be here. Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mark Flint's got the sea pony, full throttle, coming home with a wet sail. All the cliches. The old Parkash out there saying, listen, set comes in, everyone get out of my way, because I will be taking off. There's a couple of West Aussies to the left of screen, Gene Hardy and Mark Cliff having a chat about things. Gene heading up to Afulu with his 2 daughters. Defending champ, I think, Willow, from
sick.
memory.
Were you up there last year?
No, I haven't been, no. I've got to get straight back to Lembongan and start working at Largo. Big hello to everyone back there. Thanks, boss, for the time off. And I'll be back very soon.
It's going to be a bit of a change for everyone going left. Afulu's a left, right?
Afulu's the left.
Okay, yeah. It's going to be a good change.
There they are. Thanks very much, fellas and gals, for keeping us safe. Real big support from the government of South Nias, Nias Selatan. They are the sole supporter of this contest, believe it or not.
Wow.
We've been banging on about it for a week. but it's super impressive. I mean, imagine the the Redondo Beach government just fully funding a surf comp this big, a QS 5000.
That'd be incredible.
It's just unheard of, isn't it? So
Unheard
Indonesia
of.
absolutely showing the way and leading by example. But massive viewership numbers this week. I think last year we got 1 million total. This year they haven't busted the numbers out, but it was really high. So paying dividends for the government's decision. All those people around the world tuning in.
With surf this good, who wouldn't want to see it?
Well, it's not only the surf, but we've been talking about the stuff you can do on Nias Island if you're not a surfer. There's heaps of villages and trekking trails and stuff to explore. And if you are that sort of person that doesn't want a 5-star hotel or all the stuff that goes along with a cliche holiday, Nias is the place for you. And as I said, if you don't surf, you just want to explore. I reckon there's months of it around here.
There's what?
There's months of exploring in front of you, yeah.
Hey, Biggie.
Especially if you've got a boat.
Yeah.
Cool,
this
pulling
would
your
be an
own boat
amazing
into those
island
little
scene.
bays, yeah.
Get a beach all to yourself. That'd be incredible. Have you gone and seen the rock jumping?
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
I haven't gotten to see that yet. That's definitely on my to-do list.
Went up to the King's Village.
King's
They've got
Village,
one
okay.
here at the presentation area, a big rock.
Do you think
thing.
they'll do it today?
Well, definitely. He goes the twin pin, whatever they call it, mid-length 20.
Oh, going left.
Every hippie around the world is getting a nice fuzzy feeling inside because he's riding a 20 and it's 8 foot long. No, they've got one here at the presentation area, the pile of rocks that you jump over. Definitely covered it up so no one could do it because I mean, if you're a coach of an up-and-coming surfer, they're definitely going to try and jump it.
Oh,
And
definitely.
you don't want that. You don't want someone to blow their knee out so they can't surf, or that's the end of their surfing career. So we purposely put stuff in front of it.
Smart.
But it's
Good
pretty
call.
high. It's like 7 foot high or something. They're super agile, the young fellas that do that.
They're almost like grouping in teams of color. We got blue sitting deepest. Maybe they have priority. Green sort of in the middle.
It's like that show, blue
Here's-
team,
Yeah.
yellow team, go.
That was our athletes area all week.
Oh, there's Philippa Anderson and Paige Harrop. What are your views on these two absolute legends?
I got to share a final with Paige out here the first year I was here. Took second. She was absolutely ripping. Her backhand attack is so gnarly. I had a semi with Philippa this year. So amazing being out there with one other person. We got a couple good sets. It was sort of as the swell was starting to slow down, but yeah, it was great. Stoked to share this lineup with them.
Just having them around the contest site, very experienced campaigners. They've just about been everywhere on the QE circuit and the Pro Tour, done it all, and they're a really calming presence, I think, to have around. And anyone needs a bit of advice, you can go talk to them, and of course they still rip. So it's cool to have that sort of crew hang around. Big surprise, Bonnie McLeod from the WSL. It might be joining us in the commentary a bit later on. There's a scoop for you. Yet to be confirmed. What about having Kersey hanging around? You're a bit too young to remember Kersey on the Pro Tour, but it was absolutely awesome.
Actually, he moved to... Watching the highlights of him out here was amazing. He's
Super cool.
Absolutely incredible surfer.
There he
there's
is.
joy. I rewatched some of your guys' posts of him throughout the event just to study and see how he surfs the wave because he does it so well.
It's flawless, isn't it? Almost effortless.
Yeah.
So, I imagine he's in his 40s now. Imagine that guy in his 20s getting around. He was one of the aerial pioneers in Australia. And they had this thing called the Air Show that used to go around all the capital cities in Australia. And it was open to guys like Rye Craig, James Caddo, Josh Kerr, and it was just airs.
Wow.
It was so sick. And that's when he first came on the radar. And then jumped on the rusty train. Oh, massive barrel. That's a 20. You can put that down there. A bit of a wardrobe adjustment. Yeah, and then he got on the rusty train and then onto the CT. He actually played a hand There's Bonnie McLeod. Check it out. Hey, that's the big boss from the WSL. Very camera shy. So whoever's flying that drone's in trouble. Got her. It took the whole week, but we got her on camera. And of course here with Sierra. Keep forgetting she's 15. Like, seems like she's been around forever.
Yeah,
She's only 15 years old and very mature surfing style. Love the way she gets to her feet, and even before that front foot's landed, she's on the pump and ready to go, you know. Oh, there we are. Yeah, crew. That's Ella McCaffrey right there. Check it out. That is the QS 5000 champ. These guys, mischief. Oh, how's that guy's head? Ryan Williams, believe it or not, that is the drone pilot that's been absolutely killing it this year. You guys, Christoph, killing it, bro. Good karaoke singer. He gave a bit of a sing down at Bugger at the gala dinner. Karaoke, very big on this stretch of beach.
Yeah, it is. It's very popular here.
Oh, here come the gals. Gal gang.
Yeah, we've been doing karaoke every night at Hash. I sang some Taylor Swift.
Oh, God. Was that Taylor Swift's song about a guy that messed her over and a bit of revenge?
Actually, I think it was one of the ones before that era. I sang You Belong With Me.
Look at Kai. Look at Kai go.
Gripping. Set of the day, maybe.
The Night Rider, I've been calling him. It's been going out after the comp until pitch black just to get waves.
That's the only time you can get waves.
That's
once
right.
The sun is set.
Yep. And one of our judges. So it's good to know that the person dropping the score absolutely rips.
And is familiar with the wave.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we had Nathan Hedge here a couple of years ago as well, Hedgie.
Oh, I bet he would have loved it this year.
Yeah, oh my goodness, I mean, kicking himself. He went to Cruy, but couldn't quite make it up here. Yeah, yeah, he would have absolutely loved it. Mazy's just walked in. Why don't you, is that staying here, this microphone? Mazy, why don't you grab a chair, mate? Come sit next to me and Ella. Squeeze up as close as you can, you guys. We want to get you in the camera if we come to the shot. Now, have you been checking out what's been going on, Mazy?
No, I just rocked out.
I'll use this thing, kind of put her about there, and we'll be able to hear you. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, cool. So this is just like an expression session. We want to put something on every day, and this is the last day of contest. We've got the government officials coming down for the closing ceremony.
Exciting.
So we put this on for the dignitaries, or the Ibus and the Bapaks, and we thought we'd have a bit of fun.
Epic.
So this is Ella McCaffrey. She is the QS 5000 champion for this year, and this is my old mate Mazy, former champion. How was that? How's that feel?
Pretty cool. Just like this wave just keeps on providing. It's just like this year's performance by everyone was crazy, and just like Ella, you showed up and blowed up, and yeah, hats off to everyone. It was a really good event and just really good commentating. I very enjoyed it. Yeah.
Now, mate, I want to talk about your sister because I've just signed up in the fan club, the Piper Harrison fan club. What was going on with that tube riding? Went to another level this year.
Yeah, that was. You know, honestly, I always kind of undermined her. Just like she always tells you, "Oh, yeah, I got a good barrel." It's just like in your dreams. Like I believe it when I say it. And like this event, like you know, she was just waiting. She knew it was gonna be pumping, and yeah, like the first round she got like a 9.5. I was like, "Oh, that's sick," and then the next one she got like a 9.7, and it was like crazy. And I was just like,
she's been serious all these years.
Yeah, I was just like, whoa, she's not actually talking smack. So, but yeah, like. Stoked for her. Like she put on a great performance, and yeah, it was pretty cool just watching it in the channel. I couldn't even I just yell at her and scream, and I think I probably overwhelmed her honestly because I was like so shocked she made the half of the barrels, and I think you were at the channel in one hand. I was losing it.
I think that was like the round of 16 heat or something, and
it was a little bit
every
onshore.
wave she stood up on, he was screaming and cheering. amazing. Such good
Is that Kai?
brother-sister
That's
support.
Kai. That's Judge Kai. Check him out.
Oh.
He's taking it very seriously. He's losing
Yeah,
points here. You get a 10 for a drop in, then you lose points for the seriousness. So
Oh, we're
Kai,
going to drop in here.
there's the good 10 points right there. Gene
Ooh.
Hardy.
Nias.
Check him out.
What?
He goes really good when it's big, mate, down south near Margie's area. The whole fam are great surfers. I
He's
like
always
all
a
the
happy
Hardys.
chappy too.
He's a happy chappy, mate. Great guy. And it's a really hard thing to do, to be a really good parent and to be a really good coach.
Yeah.
There's not many people around the world can do it. Dave McCauley is probably the best I've seen. But Gene Hardy does a great job.
He's
of it,
right
I
up
think.
there.
Yeah, he's really cool. Because, the parenting duties and the coaching duties, sometimes they just don't match, do they?
How's that barrel from Willow?
Ripper.
Wow.
Absolute ripper.
Like that morning, it was just like, I didn't know what to expect from the girls and blew my mind. Like, I kind of, I was so excited just watching from the first heat. There was actually one really bad wipeout Manami took off on, and I was like, holy, like,
It's on.
It's on. Like,
Yeah, that was a big...
That was
a big
huge.
down with the lip on the
Yeah.
takeoff, wasn't it? Yeah, that was concerning.
I thought she pin dropped, but I saw a video and she like fully like committed to it. I was like,
Oof.
gutsy.
Yep, the women definitely gave it a go, mate. And I want to talk about that because there's a little bit of conjecture of, putting women out in poor conditions. In the
Yeah.
history of pro surfing, and let's go back to probably 5 years ago now that the women same prize money,
Yeah.
fantastic, and surfing the same venues as the men. Yeah, look at old Hash, mate. He loves it. And let's be honest, if we are being brutally honest, the first couple of years of Pipeline with the women were nothing spectacular.
Yeah.
And then you fast forward 4 or 5 years, and it's sick. They are absolutely killing it. That show at Pipeline this year, or this season, was absolutely epic. Look at the crew.
Oh, look at Cliffy.
Oh, Clifty.
No, I agree.
Yeah, it was. But you're not going to get that epic performance, and the evolution of women's surfing and professional surfing is not going to happen if you don't give the women the opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a while to catch up, not that long actually, but and that's what I really liked about this competition. I think it was the first day or the second day, women put out their primo conditions and got the blue ribbon time slot for the final. And I really loved seeing surfers like Oceana, your sister Piper, yourself Ella, just taking it by the bull by the horns and giving it a good crack.
Oh, Cliffy.
Oh,
Oh, pullback.
Oh, he put
Gene
that-
Huss on the inside.
Oh, that's happened a million times at Margie's.
This is only just the start.
Oh,
And
classic.
Nias.
Yeah, so that was something I was pretty proud of.
Yeah.
What's your views on that, Ella?
Yeah, watching the women at Pipeline this year was amazing. Everyone was charging, and seeing the progression in the last 3 years has been amazing. And I think now that we have the opportunity to surf waves like that, it's going to push most of the girls to improve barrel riding and start charging a bit more. Now that we know we're going to have to surf waves like that, and this comp also did that.
Now, Liz Cooper,
I was just about to say that.
who is a Crewy champion, came out from that. She got a really good tube, and she says, "That is my first backhand barrel ever."
She's actually staying with my sister at the moment. We were talking in the morning because it was like, oh, it's pumping. They didn't surf from the free surf, and Coops was like, oh, like, should I try and learn how to backside barrel right? I was like,
You better.
what? I was like, you're either doing backside turns or and she, like, you can see it how raw emotion it was. It was just like, she came out, she's like, oh my god, I just got my first.
That
It was
was
insane.
that was so cool.
And then
Yeah.
she just jokes out there. She's like, I'm 1 for 1 now. Like,
Yeah, might as well-
I'm good.
got the
I'm
Don
100% make
Bradman
rate.
going on
Yeah,
as we retire.
I'm good. I'm set.
Yeah, great character to have around the place.
She's a classic. Oh, is that
But
Ren?
That's Ren. That's Judge Ren, winner of the Tweed Coast Pro. If you don't mind.
Sick.
We had a bit of a catch up yesterday after the contest down there at Bugger Resort. Had a team debrief, and it was great fun.
I think it was pretty loose everywhere last night. I think. There
Looks
was
like
some
Clifty on the
celebration.
inside. Check this out.
Do it.
He's got an Australian
Oh.
title, this guy.
He's looking loose as a goose.
And he loves that little epoxy thing, whatever it is.
Oh, he should have milked it. Oh, a little clay maybe. Or
Well,
a
no,
ball
it
swab.
could be, it could be a claim or
Calling
telling
for
someone to go
caddy.
in. He thinks it's trig point.
Oh. I'll tell you, the drone footage, this event has been crazy.
He's epic, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good bloke too, but it's been crazy footage. Just shout out Riser.
Yep. One of the greats. If you are in Indonesia
You're welcome.
and you're looking for a photographer, you can't do any better than this guy. There's a gang of about 5 or 6 of them who are absolute quality photographers. Jason Childs probably being the leader of the pack.
Yeah.
And Fetty, who comes and works on this.
Yeah, he's done really good.
These guys have been around. Well, Jason's been around before digital.
Yeah.
So they really got some good experience. Sean Gilhooly.
Oh.
There's a gang of about 5 of them.
Yeah.
You can't go past them. If you're coming up here and you're looking for a photographer, look them up. Bring them on your surf trip.
It's crazy. I was fortunate enough to do a trip with Ryan earlier this year, and just like we got HTs as good as it gets, and the footage out of it looks pretty keen to see it. But yeah, it's crazy how in the pocket he gets in the waves. Is that Troy?
Yeah, this is priority judge. Check
Do
out.
it.
Boom. Showing a bit of plumber's crack there. That's a good
There we
Australian
go.
way. Yep. He's a good working boy. Now, was Teki Barlian out there at HTs? The
Yeah,
Frenchman?
he was. He was.
He knows that tube pretty well, doesn't he?
He would sit out there for I reckon maybe 2 hours, and just he just know which ways to go, and he just stands tall and just.
How's this wave?
I call him Mr. Claim. He claimed a couple that
Oh, yeah.
it was insane. Oh,
Whoa.
what?
All right. That's points off for too good.
Serious.
Too good, too serious.
But Techi's always on the move. He's always
Yeah.
surfing, building something. He's got an amazing place at HT, so.
I've got a funny story about Teki, but check this out. Looks like Misha.
Go.
Misha, the replay. No, he's pulled back. Oh, it's Big Alex,
Alex.
mate. Who's going to drop in on him?
He was ripping at Cruey. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Zah! Oh. Oh, look at this.
That's an extra 10 points.
Awesome. I love it.
We got someone on the shorey.
Yeah, Chris loves it, mate. There he is. You can just look over the
Oh,
side. You'll see him.
boom.
Yeah, Techi's. We were at a contest at Macaroni's once. And he's on the phone. He gets off the phone and goes, "Oh, my parents are coming. I don't make it in time. They've got to get a plane. There's a Padang. There's like a 14-hour ferry ride back then. There's no way they're going to make it." He goes, "Oh, no, they're sailing around from Sri Lanka."
What?
They'd been on that yacht for 42 years, his parents.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go up and go, Cliffy.
Here goes Clifty. Check it out. Oh, he loves it. He's going to go up.
Oh.
Pretty tight looking turn. Sar. That's a full Sar.
Just could have gave him I reckon you could be taking out Tippy for sure in a heat.
Oh, man.
He's got Tippy spotted you there.
I tell you what, he's a pretty mellow guy, but there's no stopping him once you see the red rashy. There's no way he's going to wear a green one or a white one.
No, he's number one seed.
He would have knocked out Tim too back down there this morning for the red rashy.
Oh my god, classic.
Yeah, and he's telling me when Teki was born, it was either 10 days or 10 weeks old, sailed across the Atlantic. So a full ocean man Teki, so he can claim all he wants. He's a bit of a lord in my book.
No, he was good quality. Yeah. And he's French too as well, and he's he's a man of many stories. He was telling me I know, it'd be pretty crazy to have an event at HTs maybe in the future, but
Well, we've had one there.
yeah,
Had a couple there.
Yeah, there was.
I tell you what, they had an officials heat there. It went for an hour and a half. It was epic.
Wow.
Me, Tim Hain.
Was it cooking?
It's cooking.
Oh my god.
Uh,
That wave is very shallow but very perfect. Who's
look
on?
at these things pouring through. There's no swell. Everybody watching around the place. This is just like a fun surf. Everyone's taking their fun boards out.
Oh.
That was sick.
Tippy.
Eric.
What's that?
Rahel.
Rahel is ripping.
Boys are dominating.
Now, Ella, I'm just going to say, why do you spend so much time in Indonesia? You're an American lass. San Diego, you're a Padres girl, I imagine.
Don't watch a lot of baseball,
No.
but yes, if I watch baseball, Padres fan for sure.
Me too.
Padres, no?
Yeah. Yeah, so back to that question. Why do you spend so much time in Indonesia?
The surf here is absolutely incredible. Like nowhere else in the world, and Nias is my favorite wave in the world.
Oh, wow.
This is
Okay.
my 3rd year here. I think we've kind of scored every year. Every year's been epic, and yeah, hopefully looking forward to coming back.
Yeah, for sure. had a couple of rainy and onshore days last year. It's kind of been wiped from my memory bank from that epic finals day where Rio just slipped it into top gear and wiped everyone.
Man, he was ripping that day.
Yeah. And what about Mama and Papa Harrison? They must be stoked. Sit back there in Queensland, put the telly on, and watch their daughter and their son go at it.
Yeah, they're just like, they don't really, they feel like it's bad luck if they're watching, but I told them like
Really?
they're gonna be getting barreled, and like these two events, Curly and Nias, have just been non-stop. And I was just like, you may as well watch, and they actually been watching a couple of them, same as my grandma, and like my grandma's like sending me like, I don't even know how she's texting, she's that old, but like just getting little text messages from her, just supporting, and just yeah, mum and dad are just losing it. We just got a dog as well, so they're just like satisfied with the dog, but just like, you know, Papa and I getting barrel was just pretty cherry on top of that.
Oh,
So
of course it would be.
yeah. It's always cool just like having that like support away from home. It's like,
And what about your folks? It'd be nighttime over in Cali most of the time, wouldn't it?
Yeah, my parents have been super supportive all event. They've been staying up super late, waking up at like 1 a.m. to watch my heats, especially on finals day because I think I surfed 3 heats. They were up for the first one, went to bed, set a timer, woke up for my second one.
Awesome.
And then woke up again for the finals. So.
Oh, here goes Mish. Check him out. This is our replay judge. He's got a good, healthy chunk of
oh, there we go.
plumber's crack hanging out, hasn't he? Look at that. You got to post a letter down that thing.
Actually, he's a bit tight too.
Well, and what's your parents' name? Give them a shout out.
Shout out Bill and Liz. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thanks for watching me. Thanks for waking up to watch me. And I'm not sure if my brother watched any of my heats. He's on a surf trip right now in Reunion
Oh, wow.
Island. Yeah, probably
Yep.
scoring.
Your dad's name's Bill.
Yeah.
What a legend. Must be a good guy.
They also actually just got a puppy while I was gone.
It's all happening.
Husky puppy.
Oh, it's the year of the dogs.
Yep.
I went to a Padres game in San Diego. It was before the new ballpark, so it was way up near Del Sur way. Super cool team, so I've been a Padres fan ever since. And I wore my hat here one year, and then I was somewhere in the south of Indonesia, and a guy goes, you were commentating Nias. I'm like, how do you know? He goes, yeah, Padres hat. So I promise I'll bring it back next year. There's that old Chinese proverb that bald men have many hat. I've got a full quiver.
just a couple lying around. More hats and t-shirts in the suitcase.
That's the advice I can give you, Mazy. Never get old and never go bald, because getting a sunburnt scalp is not fun.
Have you had any surfs this trip, Bill?
I had a couple down at Cruy. Here goes Clifty.
Is it the man's unstoppable?
But it's really hard here at Nias when, all you guys are out there. There's like 50 people in the water minimum. And it's also, we also make a point of it, go out there, splash around a little bit. You know, there's a bit on the line for you guys, especially people with aspirations of making the challenges. Kind of last thing you need is a staff member out there hassling you for sets, because it's just for fun for us, you know.
Yeah.
So while the contest is on, kind of put the boards away, a bit of a stress relief after long days, but the priority is on the athletes there for sure. But yeah, just been mucking around the beachy down there here, mate. We've got a few surfs in Cruy, which is great. But I'm straight back to Limbongan after this.
Oh, back to paradise.
Get a couple of
Go,
lasso
Gina.
sections. Have a look at Hardy dragging that ample backside. That's a full tube. How's the style on the man? Now we know where Willow gets it from.
Oh,
Sa. He's taking out the heat so far, I reckon.
that was a little.
He's a bit serious too, doesn't it? No, I'll have to take some points off him there
I
for
reckon.
being a bit too serious.
Oh, classic.
Whole family's really talented. There's a couple of twins in the Hardy clan. I can't remember if it was Brett or Shane, but one of them is won a pipeline championship on his boogie board, like drop knee thing.
What?
Yeah, full on.
Wow.
There's more trophies in the Hardy household than there is, coconut trees in Indo.
I reckon we can be expecting big things from Alex. He's waiting pretty far out.
Yeah, he is.
He's been waiting a bit.
Geez, Hash is a patient man.
And
How
Ash
is
has
he?
been waiting this whole time. Yep.
Kai's just being Kai.
Team green with the wave selection.
Is that Troy in the t-shirt?
Yeah. He refused to put a rash on because
Oh.
he's too cool.
Too cool. Here we go.
Mate, you were in that super heat, weren't you? Mazy? Was it Caius, Jack Thomas? Was
No,
that
I was with
you? You had a pretty tough one.
Yeah, I had Saxon, Reba, and Shohei. They dropped like 2 nines.
That's
each.
right. Yep.
And, like I was dropping 7s, and I was just like, it was the first heat that like really started cooking, and I didn't realize that it was going to be like consistent sets, and I still getting good like little barrels, but obviously wasn't on the sets and costing me. But it was just like watching Saxon, my roommate. He's like he's my best mate, so it's just
He
like
had a cracking heat.
he had a like. I honestly thought his second wave could have been a 10, but yeah, it was just like the waves were so good, and you can't even be mad. And I went out later that night, and I was just like so baffled at how good the waves were. I was just like, I'm happy to just sit out here and just watch it and just like.
I mean, we're talking about it now, but I actually did see your reaction after the heat. I was going to give you a quick slap on the back and a, mate, well done, we'll see you next year. But you look pretty disappointed.
Yeah, I was just maybe I just battled some expectations. It was just like after Krill getting a 3rd, it was just like, okay, now we just need to build from there. But obviously, it just wasn't my heat, and that happens. You just got to trust the process. But
now I'm going to ask both of you guys this question. How do you deal with that? You travel, especially if you're halfway across the world, the other side of the world. You surf a couple of heats and you bomb out. You might even bomb out in your first heat. How do you handle those emotions and calm yourself down? You have a routine, put your rash away, go back to your room, punch the wall a few times, then come out and be all cool? What do you do?
Yeah, it's definitely disappointing, putting in a lot of time and effort into training and travel and going a long ways to only surf a couple heats. But if you can make a trip out of like a comp trip, like surfing other waves, sort of like getting to know people here, like my first trip here, this region's good memories, and the comp went well as well, but even just those experiences outside of the comp made it worth it.
Yeah, cool, nice. What about you, Mazy? You have a set routine?
yeah, I think now it's just like it's just getting harder and harder the level. But doing a couple of challenges last year, just got knocked first round, and it really upsets you, I guess, and just rocks your confidence. But you just gotta trust you're gonna get better, and like you're gonna learn from it, because like everything just happens for a reason. And look at this man go on the foil, but
Who's got one of those engines on it? That one.
like, I think just like everything just happens for a reason, and I think as upset it's just a heat. And, like, luckily these two are back to back. Alex just did the calm of a lifetime.
Go, big fella.
And just luckily it's back to back. You got another opportunity. And it's just like, you can't really focus too much on the loss. Like it's just, I think it's just such a small thing in the world where you can get at it, and
this is the thing that I tell a lot of parents that have their kids in, especially junior contests. Now, it's a great way to help young people or young surfers. You've got to deal with their expectation of getting to the contest, and then you've got to deal with the disappointment when you do get knocked early, and then you've got to deal with victory, sometimes success. And it's a real good learning environment, for your kids to deal with all those emotions, calm yourself down or build yourself up or whatever you have to do. You're probably only going to do it, majority of the people for 10 or 15 years of your life. And so, if you keep that in mind, that, it's a really good learning tool for your surfers and your kids. I think we're on the right path.
Yeah, I think so for sure.
This is Hash. This is like one of the best places to stay here. I'm staying there. That top room on the left is mine.
Don't tell anyone around the world.
Shout out to Bonnie.
There's Bonnie McLeod.
On
Absolute
screen again.
TV star.
Herbert, Elvira.
Oh.
The crew at Hash is amazing. They've been so supportive all week.
Have a look at Bonnie hiding behind the post there. Check him out. We're looking after
Come on, give us double shackers.
Yeah. They see themselves on the telly.
Come on.
It's like when someone sees themselves at the football, they look at the camera or look at the big screen.
Classic.
So, what were you going to say?
Forget.
about like losing and how to take it and amateur surfing.
Yeah. We're just touching on that. It's a good learning vehicle for young kids. And we've got to remember it's the surfers contest. It's not the coaches or the parents contest. Sometimes
I think
you do get disappointed.
Yeah. It's like you become so attached to it. Like
Yeah.
they become part of all the training process and
Yep.
all the emotions that go with it. Like,
Yeah, of course.
but I feel like I'm fortunate enough to like done the junior comps with my parents, and now like traveling by myself and like with my good friends. It's just like we kind of deal with those losses just like in a more positive way. I think just like, okay, like cruise is like, okay, I lost, let's go and surf Mandurah and get barreled, you know? And it's just like, I think you can just get so fixated on that loss. It's just like,
Yep, sure.
no.
Do you feel like it was
We've
hard
got Maria, Tim, Abdel. Check it out. That is an absolute media machine right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is Tim Hain. He just sends media reports out straight to the WSL. They stick them out to the general public. Oh, here goes Clifty again. Wave number 100.
Oh,
straight.
Over-rotated.
Yeah.
Nah, a little bit stiff, I reckon.
Oh, you'll be storming the judges' tower after this, don't worry.
What were you saying, Al?
I was going to ask you if it was hard for you to transition between like competing with your parents there and then starting to travel the world alone.
Yeah. I still traveled with my parents. It was like for the odd event, but yeah, it was a little bit like kind of having that attachment. Just like you just gotta take that leap. Like you might have bad consequences with it, but it makes you human. You got to make mistakes to get better, and yeah, it's like I think it was a big leap, and I definitely had some second guessing going on, but yeah. But now I'm just living my best life. Unfortunately, like. When I won in 2022, I did ISAs in El Salvador with my mum, and I ended up coming here by myself with my sister, and I ended up winning. So it was just like kind of jumping into that huge pool of success straight away, and
That was your first comp, traveling by yourself?
like kind of the major like 5,000s.
Wow.
Yeah, COVID before and just
Yeah.
Look at Clifty.
But I do
Cracking one
love traveling
around.
my parents though. Still, like
Yeah.
I haven't
feel
done it. I
that.
want to do a holiday with my dad so bad. But I think that's a little claim, no claim.
Yeah, he's definitely losing points for surfing too seriously. Is Mark Clift.
Oh,
Speaking of serious, he refused to put a rashie on. Straight to the bottom of the list for Trozza.
Troy dog, go on down.
Who are we going to give it to? Hash hasn't caught a wave, but I still want to give it to him.
I think
Troy's
Gene
definitely
Hardy's
done. I reckon Troy's definitely done the best surfing, but he's a bit too serious, so he's out of the equation.
I think Alex is so tall and he's putting these waves to work. He's done pretty good.
All right.
Kai's had the biggest turn, but he fell.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Gene Hardy kind of.
Gene Hardy's pretty good.
He's been
This man right here, though,
The
he's
eternal
done
grommet.
good.
definitely got the most waves, definitely did the most turns.
He's got an
Oh, he's
Australian,
rocking the no tail pad.
he's got an Australian title, you know. Clifty.
Open or?
It's like under 40s or something like that.
Oh, good on him.
Yeah.
Oh, how is this guy?
If you wonder what someone that has never done anything else in his life but surf is going to turn out to look like, that's it right on your screen.
He's in pretty good nick.
He's in good nick, mate. Don't worry about that. He has been surfing around Western Australia and Indonesia his entire life.
Yeah.
Came here first in '94, if you don't mind, for that first ever contest. He set up camp down at Lakey Peak, and he's got some funny stories to tell you.
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day. Like, I did a trip to Kandui with Rajo, and Rajo and Cliffy were very good, close, and that
His
kid
grandson.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
Here goes Hash.
here
Come
we
on.
go.
All right, we can give the trophy away now. Look at the style of the man. He'll get one wave, I guarantee, come in.
Oh,
Crack a coconut.
he's done good.
He's done good, mate. It's a cracking board. It's like 7 foot long, but it's
How's the
18 and a bit wide. It's got a massive
Lots of
rocker on the
rocker.
nose. Yeah.
probably thin as like a chopstick.
Yeah, I think it's a Dick Brewer or something. Something really famous like that. Just Fipsy or something like that, but I can't quite remember.
Right
But there
to
he
the
is,
reef.
old Park Hash. He's
What a
done that a
heat.
few times in his life. Usually
Well-
just takes the short way out too, straight across the reef.
Well done. One wave, one heat.
Looks like
Yeah,
a brewer.
where's that logo?
Yeah. Give us a look at the bottom of your board, Hash.
Oh, glass
no.
fins too.
Oh yeah, glassed in fins, awesome.
That's the rock.
The old 90s quickie.
Oh,
It is
sick,
Dick
yeah.
Brewer. Yeah, wow. I bet that story's got a few. That board's got a few stories under his belt. Snapped out fin at some stage.
Just glue back in, I reckon.
Yeah, a bit of carbog. No worries.
Like a bit raw. That's all right.
And where do you go from here, Ella?
I think I'm going to stay here for another week or so. It looks like there's another little swell coming.
Yeah, there is a little swell.
Yep.
Maybe shouldn't have said
No,
that.
it's actually going to be pretty
But,
good, though.
Yeah.
The 18th or the 17th?
I don't know if we can say it
Yeah.
on the live,
Oh.
but yeah, it's
Oh.
going to be, I think it's going to be pretty good for the next few days. I'm going to be here, and then we'll see what the forecast has after that. Maybe extend my stay again if there's another swell, but probably head home after a week or two.
Yeah, I like that.
What about you? Are you heading home?
I'm
Where are
going
you
on
off to?
Bali for like 4 days. Just having a little bit of downtime and then home time. My parents are going away for like 2 months, so I'm going to go down and look after the new dog now. So
Oh, sick.
got dog duties, but
It's done.
Hey, you two guys. We'll check out one more wave from Mish. He's shown the best plumber's crack today, so he's right up there on the leaderboard next to Hash. I reckon number 2 right there. Hash number 1 for sure. Troy, you're a bit too serious, not wearing the rashy. You're out. Kai, you're a bit too good of a surfer. You're out. Clifty, you caught too many waves. You're definitely out. So we're going to give the title to Hash, and then Mish is second. I want to thank you two guys coming in. A former champion of Nias, Mazy, and this year's QS 5000 Championship in Ella McCaffrey.
Later.
I want to thank you for coming in and dribbling with me, saving my skin. Best luck with your future endeavours, and boom boom. Cheers.
Termakasi.
All right, there's a tear in my card also. So, just before we do that, I'm going to butcher some of this Indonesian, but we definitely do have to thank these people. We'll see them later on at the closing ceremony, which will be sick. But the Bapak Bupati, dan I tell you what, why don't we get Tippy Jabrik in? He can do this because his battery's about to run out.
Over it.
By the time I get that out,
It's a turn your
Oh.
just say it.
Okay, wait, tell me how to pronounce this. The top one. How do I pronounce that?
Bupati.
there's the Bapak Bupati dan Wakil. Dan Bupat Natas Selian, Bupati Nias Selatan, which is South Nias. I know that.
Okay.
There you go. This is. I haven't got my goggles on. Can you make it big like this? No, you can't do it.
Panda?
Penda
How do you
Nias
say that?
Selatan,
Panda,
the government of South Nias, Telkomsel, PLN, Kepolisian, the police, Imigrasi. I know them.
Immigration. Okay.
Yep, they're good. The water safety team. They've been out there all day. The Polarindun, good.
Paul Airut.
Polaro, blip, that's just what Tippy said. The BPBD, thank you very much for your help. The medical team, they were awesome. They were on standby the entire time. The team at, I'm not even going to attempt that one, at Pantai Nias Selatan, thank you very much.
Which one is it?
Can you...
Oh, the lifeguard of Nias.
The lifeguard, okay, the lifeguard of Nias Selatan, South Nias, thank you very much. The locals are at Sorake Beach. Sorake Beach, the Bugger Hotel, how good they've been looking after us whole time. PSOE, the WSL and the ASC media team. I absolutely butchered my way through that. But I tell you what, that's it. That's it for 2024. We're done. That was a sick little expression session. It's been an epic time at Krui and now here at Nias. On behalf of myself, Mark Cliff, Gia Lagardi, Oni Onwa and Wakadai and the entire ASC working crew, thanks for joining us. We'll see you all next year. Yoo!
Is that a Wayne Lynch? That's a Wayne Lynch.
Wow. for our special kind to a world famous barreling they standing as a track is from the pro. This is to be exciting. World best upcoming surfers from Australia and about Q on the replay.
I want to thank you guys for supporting me and I love you guys. Having
This is Dave from Nias for 5,000.